Bonjour, здравейте, hello, welcome back to Monoglossia. I am Iglika and this is another solo from me. A few videos back I talked to you about my first experience of presenting at an online conference. So I thought actually would make sense to mention as well my first experience with presenting at a conference, at any sort of conference, which also took place just several months ago in July 2020.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. This project has been largely inspired by my Master of Science dissertation at Staffordshire University. And it is of special importance to me as I have a child who is a young student, and also as I happen to be familiar with the educational system in several different countries.
So it was already lockdown times and there was the chance of the conference not taking place. So it was a bit of a last moment thing, like many things these days. It was a conference centered on computational linguistics, which is really my main topic of research and interest. And it took place in Sofia, Bulgaria, my hometown, for which I'm kind of proud. So, like I mentioned, I wasn't very prepared to the online conference that I participated in recently, but I was way more prepared for this one. I had reworked part of my Master of Science dissertation to make it more, to take the practical aspect of it and present a project that talked about introducing a natural language for teaching Bulgarian young students computer programming. Actually, it was not an abstract, my paper, I submitted my paper and it was accepted, not without criticism, because something that I knew myself, it does not completely fit into the topic. I mean, it is computational linguistics only in as much as it talks about natural language and the way programming languages strive to be more natural. However, I didn't have enough of a background at the time to really involve topics and skills such as machine learning. So on the day, something that I mentioned I missed with the online conference, I liked preparing, dressing up for it. I wore my favorite suit and summery shoes, a little bit high heel, but like not too formal, and I had just a t-shirt underneath my suit, so it was not a super formal atmosphere. I was one of the last people presenting, like with the previous conference. I don't know why that was. I mean, if I had been the last, I would have considered this as a very honorable timing. But I was just one of the last. Probably it has to do with me being among the last people to submit the paper or to apply for the conference. I had prepared my PowerPoint presentation and brought it on a USB stick. Also, like I said, I enjoyed the actual experience of standing in front of the audience. It was specific in that there was also a live stream. So to me this was a very unstressful combination of standing in front of just a few people and kind of knowing that there is a bit of a larger audience watching as well. I did read at some places. This is something that always worries me a little. Is it okay? I prepared this. I like the way it sounds. I like the exact words I thought out. Is it okay if I actually read it out? And I think it's okay with the experience that I have now. I think it's perfectly fine to read from time to time. Absolutely not all the time or nearly all the time. But if you really want to read something, I think that's fine. And the key element is be confident about it. Read with the expression, I'm reading this because I like the exact wording of it, not kind of looking like a student that has been caught cheating, kind of sneakingly looking into your notes. But really openly reading from time to time, I think that's alright. Also, at the end there were some questions, and this is a bit of a potentially stressful part of the presentation as well, because obviously you're not prepared for it. What stressed me out was that at first I did not hear the questions, and I think I did the right thing, which is I just directly asked for them to repeat them, since I assume it's completely normal not to have heard a question, given that there was the technicality of the question being asked on the computer, so the sound was not perfect. And also it is a bit of an overwhelming timing to have to answer questions right after you're done with presenting, and you can't really concentrate right away. You're kind of listening but not paying attention. Alright, I will end up with some general high points of my first conference experience. First of all, I found it really cool to be walking around town with a badge with my name and university. I like the experience. Also, the online aspect of it was kind of mixed. There was an online part and a live part, like I said. The fact that I could follow the other people's lectures online, I found it very convenient. And I think it should be done in general. No matter if the situation permits everyone to be on the spot. Also, the atmosphere. It is just, for me, it's very important, and it is a great kickstart if you just walk into the venue and they greet you warmly, they give you your badge and they offer you a cup of coffee. I really enjoy that, and it opened up my confidence for the rest of the day. And to be more centered around the content of the conference, which was topics about computational linguistics, I really enjoyed following the other people's presentations. It has been a great opportunity. There has been a great variety of research, and at the same time really a narrow topic. It's so narrow that I was interested in everything, and some presentations were outright just super interesting. To mention a couple of them, there was one about converting numbers into the textual representations of them in different languages, including a talk about how in some languages this is not as natural, as intuitive, and it's hard to automatize, like in French, for example. You know, the fact that to say 80 you say 4 times 20, to say 70 you say 60-10. There are other languages in which you just start from the units and then you move towards the bigger numbers. Anyways, another topic was about the importance of bread, the notion of bread, and possible synonyms of bread you can use when you translate texts of different languages and a link to different cultures, some of which notably are not used to eating bread and do not have the same symbolism linked to bread. So all in all, it was amazing to be up to date with the research of some people who have just enormous experience in the field from various countries as well, and also to feel welcome as someone who did not have this experience, to be presenting there for the first time and offering my research for others to see. I guess that's all. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.